Welcome to the STARPOWER Collective. This is Sid Art, the creator, the golden smog, gray matter, and you are listening to my playlist on the STARPOWER Collective. And the STARPOWER has shown me even more my applause, my appreciation. My hat goes off. The STARPOWER, all our listeners, all the stars out there that make STARPOWER possible. I guess music is everything. Music is emotion. Music is good times, bad times. Music encapsulates the fabric of life. For me, it's everything. It's art. It's my soul. Music is the lifeblood of my existence. Music is just it's the wake up. It's the shower. It's the shower of life. Music is the shower of life.
Never forget those aimless years. Street sounds swirling through my mind. Trouble was often in the air, so we fought to forget our despair. 'Cause I'm a street player.
I remember music on the weekends more than anything, and really being an integral part of my growth, In fact, even in the mornings, I woke up to music. My grandfather, his alarm clock was set to music, and he loved country music. And I remember, actually, I learned this song, I think it's Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. Whatever radio station my grandfather had on, every morning that same song played when the alarm clock came on. And to be honest, that almost became an anthem for me growing up. So I guess I have a bunch of influences, a bunch of musical influences, growing up in my life, and it grows and it gets bigger and it changes just like music changes, So, from one era someone gives me something, in another era someone else gives me something. So, Harlem, V. 127 between St. Nick and Common, or St. Nick and Morningside, depends on where you want, what side of the street you was on. Harlem and that neighborhood is where I learned about family, and not just your immediate family, but that family that extend outside your doorstep, outside your hallway, where everybody looked out for one another, everybody cared about one another, and everybody did for one another. That neighborhood is significant because it is part of me. It is the reason I am the individual I am.
Didn't I give you love? Give you love? Love, honey. You lied, you took my love, now I feel like a fool. Oh, how I tried to give you love, but you broke my heart.
We first got our computer, me and my wife. I've had computers before then, but the internet wasn't available back when I had my original computer. But I remember when me and my wife got the computer, and we were in the living room, and we were talking about what we wanted to do. We was just getting on America Online, and I was like, music. Oh, music. I need some music. And I think the first music file I actually purchased on the internet was Glow by Rick James.
So good, you look so beautiful. Don't you feel nice, sweet and sexy one? Your skin is soft and your eyes are clear.
High school, Martin Luther King, MLK, 66 Amsterdam Avenue. Wasn't my favorite school, but it was a school that gave me freedom. Basically where I learned to be an adult. Growing up in Harlem, I don't know, I just think Saturdays has just always been music day. That for whatever reason, and, it's the first day of the weekend. Working hard, going to school, whatever you've been doing. Saturdays, you wake up to either two things: Hal Jackson or Soul Train. State of music today is controlled by corporate greed. And that corporate greed doesn't allow or filters out what
when I think of music,
we would consider, or what I would consider, to be culturally developing,
the lowest
and which is what music is supposed to be.
So like
music, from its door, from its inception, has been about communication, communicating the need to grow
composition
as an individual, as a community.
Increase or
well, the music that we have today doesn't foster that.
So
that growth. It doesn't allow for that growth. It stuns growth.
Excerpts that I'll have to write for the movies. I'm taking orchestral conducting to get into more sonorities of symphonies. For the next symphony I have a symphony entitled Life. I wrote it January 1st, 1972. And it deals with different aspects of life, the good, the bad.
You kind of compare your growing up and your friends and
the
I
exciting,
think, other than my other friends, I'm like the only one who can say I got friends.
everything that is being done now is just
At least 30 friends
other
that I've known 30 years,
and changed around, adding rhythm.
and not just known, but like literally depend on
Stravinsky
and ask almost anything of.
History of a soldier.
You know, which
The timpanis, like
amazes me to this
a
day.
person would use the timpanis. That was one of the things that Coltrane added to his music from studying people like Ravel, who had written symphonies, who had exhausted music, to the point of just writing chords that were atonal, that didn't have any harmony.
We don't want to call it soul power or funk power or R&B
like to do
power.
blues as
Other people have
on
put us in those
or a period past and present in black people's lives.
cages, those boxes.
Because it is the complete
And
negative.
star power
Or the other side
allows us to define ourselves again. What's up, universe? All you stars listening out there.
Freak.
This is Sid Art, and I just want you to know that I have
So
star
I'm
power.
reflecting back on my cowboy days, Plus I dig the simplicity, which is the white side of the black heritage, where they branched off from us.